He's not an activist. This is a man that I would describe more as a freedom fighter, but a freedom fighter that's ready to collaborate with anybody that's interested in peace, including the Fulanis, anybody that is interested in peace. Had it not been that, I wouldn't be here. I trust him. We've had very fruitful and productive discussions, and of course, we will ensure that we continue in peace. Not threatening anybody, but continuing in peace. But in the name of God, I want to appeal to the Nigerian people, and I say it here, it is very, very important that they appreciate just how hurt and just how much anger is in the Southwest about the killings of our people. Those that are doing this must be apprehended. Our forests must be liberated. The government, the federal government, must do a lot more than it's doing to liberate, not just in Oyo State, Ogun State, all the Yoruba states. Let those that are killing go. We didn't say Fulanis and Hausas should all go. We didn't say that. There are millions of Fulanis and Hausas that are doing well, that have been living here for generations, and are peace-loving people. We're not racist, but we are against criminals. And I speak for myself. I'm sure I speak for Chief as well. And I'm sure that I speak for millions of Yoruba people. We're peace-loving, we want peace. But at the same time, let there be justice, let there be equity. And we should not have to live at the mercy of those that want to kill our people and also rape our women. Finally, one more thing I'll say is this. I'm pleased with the fact that the Minister of Defense himself said just yesterday that Nigerians should stop running from these bandits and these killers. That Nigerians should also rise up to defend themselves. And the Nigerians should stop being cowardly. Those are the words he used. Well, Sunday, Igboho has proved that not all Nigerians run away. Not all Nigerians are cowards. And not all Nigerians will refuse to defend themselves. And I'm happy about that, and I'm happy that his position has been endorsed by the Ministry of Defense. And I want to send a signal message to the whole country. We as a people will not run away. We will defend ourselves, and we will not be cowards if criminals continue to kill our people. It's the criminals that are not safe here. It is not the ordinary Hausa Fulani population, most of whom are peace-loving people who we are very close to. I happen to be a title chief of Shinkafi, so how could I possibly be against Hausa Fulani people? However, I'm also a son of the soil here, and I know what my people have been through. And I thank God that people are now rising up and say enough is enough. And I'm thank God that the government itself has realized and appreciated the efforts of people like my brother here and others that have said enough is enough. And I love coming here. I love being part of Yoruba land. Our leaders, Babade Banjo, Professor Akitoye, Yinka Odumaki, Magaji, so many of them, Are, Ganiada, so many others. We're all standing together as one behind this man. And he speaks for us, he stands for us, and we're very, very proud of him.
Will you say that as a friend of Sunday Adeyemi, and also a friend of the governor, will you say the body language of His Excellency appreciates the effort of Chief Adeyemi?
Well, let me tell you this, there's no contradiction there, because I know the governor as a peace-loving, decent gentleman who is very serious about security matters, and he's proved that. And contrary to what some have said, that he's not being proactive, I disagree with that. He has been proactive. He's in a difficult situation. He has worked extremely hard, and he's deeply concerned about what's going on in the state and what some people are trying to do. They are very close. A lot of people don't know this. They've known each other for many, many years, and I'm not the one. I'm not even qualified to be the one to tell you about what's going on between the two of them. But what I do know is this: that bridges have been built. There is an understanding. And they have no choice but to collaborate and to work together. And I'm sure they're delighted to do that. I can tell you that, Sunday is delighted to do that because we've spoken. And he will do everything within the law. And that is what Makinde may be concerned about. The fear that there may be reaction and so on and so forth. And you can understand why. But it's for us that are leaders and that are elders that can come together and say, listen, let this bridge be built so we can do everything in the right way in order to ensure that the state government is comfortable and to ensure the federal government is also comfortable whatsoever. There is no law that says you cannot defend yourselves against people that kill and rape your women. And what the government needs to do, and I'm talking about the federal government now, is do something about those that are perpetrating these heinous crimes in our forests. If they did that, if only they could do that and do it better, there wouldn't be an issue here. And we wouldn't have to have people to stand up and say, listen, if they don't do it, we have to do it ourselves. And that's where people like Sunday come in. If they do their job, then people like Sunday would not have to do anything. But as long as they don't do their job, it raises issues. And I know that Makinde and the other governors of the Southwest will join hands together, have joined hands together to ensure that people are safe. It's the same destination, the same objective that they all have. And this is not about targeting any ethnic community. It's not about targeting houses, not targeting Fulani. No, that is not what he does. If that was it, I wouldn't be here. And he knows very well that I would never do that either. We believe there should be peace, unity, and progress, but there must be justice, there must be equity, and there must be the right to defend ourselves from people that seek to kill us and rape our women.
Sir, you should support the call that individuals should be licensed to carry
Well, listen, a good friend of mine, governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed, a good friend of mine, we were in a cell together, and apart from that, we're very close, we're both former ministers. He said a few days ago that Fulani herdsmen should be given the right to carry AK-47s. Now, I disagree with that, but that is his opinion. And like I told him, he's entitled to his opinion, and he can voice it. Now, if you go by that principle, then of course it makes absolute sense. If Fulani herdsmen are allowed to carry AK-47s to defend their cows and their lives if they feel threatened, then it's also logical that members of the local community, farmers, and each and every one of us should also have that right to defend ourselves against killer Fulani herdsmen or against those that seek to come and kill us and rape our women. So I am totally and completely behind that. I would like that very much. And why not? We're responsible, decent people. The Americans have that right. It's enshrined in their constitution. Perhaps if we had had that long ago, that we could carry arms, perhaps we won't have the kind of atrocities that are being committed throughout the country. And not just throughout the South, I must say. Even in the North itself, I must tell you, it is unbelievable what is going on there in terms of these killers killing members of the local population. So perhaps that's one way to solve the problem. But the best way is for the government itself to rise up and do something about it. That's what we're paying them for. That's what they're there to. Let's hope they do something about it.
Thank you.
We're going to.
Sorry.
Well, I don't have anything to say. But my uncle is already here. So this is what I want in our land is peace. We don't want Fulani herdsmen, Fulani bandits, or Fulani killer man to come and kill our people. We want our people to free. That's right. So my uncle is already here. I don't have anything to say. Thank you.
Your message to the people, sir.
What's it?
Your message to the people generally.
My message to my people in Yoruba land, not everybody, only Yoruba land. You understand? To try to defend yourself. If anybody come to your farm or to your home to come and kill you, try to defend yourself.
So, which is what the minister said too. So, it's a good message.
Thank you very much.